Morning. And a special welcome to our guests and our visitors, but all are welcome, as you guys know. I am so excited for our chapel today because our guest speaker and doing chapel today is Erik Kratz. Erik is the father of 3 children here at EMS, Braden, who's in 6th grade, Ethan, who's in 4th grade, and Avery, who's in kindergarten. Erik is much more than a baseball player. There's a quote about, that Maya Angelou says about how, you'll never really remember what people say to you, but you'll always remember how they make you feel. And if you ever spend time around Erik, you'll understand that that's really true to who he is as a person. And so I'm really excited about having him here. One story I've got to share about this guy is actually, when I was at EMU, I thought I was a really hot stuff baseball player. And we were working out together actually one time, and then he strained my oblique because his ab workout was too intense for me, and I had to sit the bench for a week and a half. We also threw long toss for an off season, and right after that off season, he made the big league roster. So I like to take credit for Erik making the big leagues. But let's give Erik a warm round of applause. Thanks for being here.
So as I understand it, the baseball team needs a couple people to come out for the baseball team. So if you want to make the big leagues, you just have to throw long toss with Mr. King. So just saying, if you come out for the baseball team, might as well play in the big leagues, right? Anyway, yes, as Mr. King said, my name is Erik Kratz. I have kids that go here. I won't embarrass Braden. It's tough to embarrass him, but I grew up in Pennsylvania. My goal as a 6-year-old boy was to play for the Philadelphia Phillies in the big leagues. Maybe some of you have goals to play at the highest level of some type of sport. I don't know. I'm not even going to ask you because I don't know what everybody's goals are. Your goals are your goals. I don't know whose goals are what. But I do know that if you have a goal and you put everything into it, it's still a 50-50 chance. You're either going to make it or you're not going to make it. It's not going to be, well, I did everything I can, so I have to make it, or my parents paid for a lot of things, so I have to make it, or, well, I graduated college, so I have to get the job that I'm going to get. And that's not, unfortunately, that sounds bleak. That sounds like a terrible way to go about reaching a goal, but I know that 50-50 chance is really not what God has in store for you. That hard work that he has for you during that time will be worth the whole trip. It'll be worth the whole everything you put into it, because you're going to get out of it something more than actually reaching the big leagues. Now, if you don't know anything about baseball, it's completely fine. I'll try to give the elementary version of what is going on in my career, and I'd like to kind of keep you guys interactive in this. So who knows? This is the Pirates. I know you guys can all read, hopefully. If not, that's Mr. King's department. He needs to change the curriculum. A raise of one hand. Where do the Pirates play? First hand, okay, I see. Pittsburgh. I'm not left-handed, so if it doesn't make it, help me out. All right. That was chocolate. If you like chocolate, you can stay locked in. I see a couple more faces that enjoy chocolate, but not baseball. All right. So I made it to the big leagues. I played for the Pittsburgh Pirates first. And no, I'm not this fluffy, but it is cold out, so this is nice. So that wasn't really my goal. My goal was, what did I say first was my goal? I saw your, somebody gave the answer. Go ahead. Philadelphia, you're farther back there. Ready? Yeah, that was better. The rest won't fly that far, so if you in the back have an answer, it won't make it. Somebody has to. So I made it. I did it. My 6-year-old goal, even when I was in 10th grade. I wrote a paper. It was, what do we want to be when we grow up? Do they do that in 10th grade now? Yeah, no? You guys half weren't listening? Anyway, I had to write an article. What do you want to be? And then you had to interview the person you wanted to be. All right? You know, somebody that has a job. So I wrote my rough draft, I think, or maybe, no, my outline. At the top of my outline, I wanted to be a professional baseball player. So I'm going to figure out how to interview a professional baseball player. Turned in my outline. My teacher, she said, wow, that's at the top. She wrote in red letters, which I don't ever think red letters are good because they always mark X's on my paper with red letters. But so the red letters said, this is a really cool idea, but you need to choose a real job. So, you know, yeah, she kicked me at 6 years old. I was in 10th grade. She kicked the 6-year-old me and said, nope, can't do it. So I chose to be, I won't even say what I chose to do because I just knew an accountant. Wait, no, I said accountant. So I chose to interview an accountant because I thought that sounded cool, and I was decent at math, and I wasn't very good at anything else. So I interviewed the accountant, but I still wanted to be in the big leagues. So now, 10th grade me, 6-year-old me, I did it, right? I made the Phillies. Got my name on the back of my jersey. I played there for 3 seasons, and the Phillies said, well, you know what? You're not that good, so we're going to get rid of you. Or maybe this team. Does anybody, who knows what this team is? It says Toronto. Go ahead. Blue Jays. Somebody likes chocolate. Nice. Nice. He caught it too, so we got an extra baseball player right there. I hope you're old enough. You're on the team. You made it. Talk to Andy. Andy, raise your hand. Andy gets chocolate. All right. Good job, Andy. Didn't even have, he just raised his hand. See how easy this is? They traded me to the Blue Jays. If you don't really know about my career, I got drafted by the Blue Jays out of EMU, right up there. Yeah, okay, Mr. King, see, that was the whole, he played long toss with me. He didn't have to go too far. He was already in school at EMU. No, but so I made it to the big leagues again with the Blue Jays. Now I've been in the big leagues 3 times. And this is when I realized I was sitting in the stadium in Toronto. And, I mean, if you've ever been to Toronto Stadium, it's beautiful. Ceiling, like the roof is retractable. They open it up. You can see part of the city skyline, the big buildings right next to the stadium. You can see the tower with the people rappelling off the tower and stuff like that. It's beautiful. 40,000 people. It's so loud. And I realized that it really didn't change me. It really didn't change who I am. It didn't change how I felt about myself. It was just another team in the big leagues. Did I enjoy it? Absolutely. I 100% enjoyed it. But that's when I realized that my walk with the Lord during this entire time was way, way, way more important than getting to put this jersey on. Was this jersey awesome? Absolutely. Nobody can take that away from me that I'm one of now 17,683 people that have ever played in the big leagues. Nobody can take that away from me. But it also didn't make me feel any better about myself or about the things I've accomplished. But my walk with the Lord increased because I started trusting him more. I started trusting that he had my family in control. He had my next step in control. And unfortunately, sometimes when you trust, has anybody ever done a trust fall? I saw your hand first there. So teachers even get chocolate. He didn't even have to answer a question. Just another hand raised. So if you're embarrassed to put your hand up, no one's watching you. Sorry, I can't make it up there, but I like the way you guys are thinking. I like it. The first part of the trust fall is the hardest. Everybody knows that when you're falling, that's the best part. It's right here when you're like, I don't think so. Nope. All right, hang on. You guys good? Like, are you guys ready? Like, if I asked you guys to catch me right now, it wouldn't be a problem once you guys caught me. It'd be the thought of, man, I hope they catch me. Oh, no, they're not going to. Right? So you have to trust. And I didn't trust because I put a lot of work into my career, and I was like, you know what? All my work's going to do it. That's it. Boom. Now I made it. My third big league team. They sent me to AAA, and 2 days later, they traded me. See, I'm slowly losing weight. Now, for people who haven't answered a question yet, you just have your hand up. Sorry, I'm running low on chocolate here, so we just got to make sure we get enough answers in here. Now, this is obviously the Kansas City Royals. All right? James is excited. He's not just raising his hands because he's got chocolate running through his veins. All right? I played for the Kansas City Royals in 2014 and 2015, parts of 2 seasons. In 2015, I got traded again partway through the season. I didn't wear them, but I got 2 rings with a lot of diamonds. So that's really awesome, right? Same thing, though. No change in feeling. Great, incredible opportunity to be in the World Series, to watch my team in the World Series, to receive a ring that has more diamonds than my wife will ever own. And don't tell her I said that. Braden, don't tell her I said that. But this is going to be worth 2 chocolates. It was still completely fleeting. It was completely just, I enjoyed it. Please don't get me wrong. I loved every second of it. But I had no idea what was next. Now I kind of started anticipating what was next and what the Lord had in store for us. So this one's worth 2 chocolates. Braden may be the only one that knows this, and he might not even know this. What team did I go to next after the Blue Jays? You already got chocolate, sorry. Jameson? Nope. After the Royals, I did not go back to the Blue Jays. Go ahead. A team? That's a good answer. Not the full answer. Go ahead. Not the Yankees. Based on time? Okay, we'll let Braden decide. He's not going to get the chocolate, though. It was the Red Sox. I played for the Red Sox for a combined. Here you go, ladies. You guys look like you like chocolate. Luke, I know you like chocolate, Luke. There you go. I guess you don't get it. Somebody else gets it. You dropped it. Luke is not out for the team, I guess. He's in 6th grade, so it doesn't matter. I played for the Boston Red Sox. The Boston Red Sox. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that unbelievable? You know why I don't have the jersey on underneath this? At least I don't think I do. No. You know why I don't? Because I played there for 2 days. 2 days. We had 2 night games, and I showed up for the day game. I worked out. Yeah, pumped some iron. Yeah, did some bicep curls. Yeah, the dudes are like, yeah, that's awesome, man. I've been lifting for basketball season the whole time. I think I'm gonna dunk this year. So you guys get it. Everyone else is like, I don't know what lifting is. 2 days. I showed up. I worked out I ate breakfast, nice big breakfast. I worked out from 9:30 to 11. It was a 2 o'clock game. They fired me at 11 o'clock. Called me into the office, and they're like, well, you know, we have a couple of injuries, and we got to call a pitcher up, and you know, we really appreciate what you've done for us. I did nothing. I did absolutely nothing. But I know for a fact that during that time, I was put there for a reason. Whether it was only to tell everybody this story, whether it was only to later on in that season get my jersey from the Red Sox. So I do have my jersey. But to tell you how long I was there, I was dressed for 2 home games, and they gave me my road jersey. So that tells you what they did with my jersey. It was like some kind of like, they probably washed their cars with it. I'm not sure what they did. So the next jersey is not the Astros jersey. What was the next big league team that I played for? Luke, the Yankees? No, you already got chocolate. Why did I call on you? No, the next jersey is, in the big leagues, the Phillies again. I'm not even going to hold it up. They brought me back for another month. So then the next season, 2016, boom, I get a job going to the big leagues with the Padres. Go to spring training. Right before spring training, they pick somebody up. They pick up a prospect. Well, prospects are younger, better looking, and they have an opportunity to be better than me, even if they're not. That's what baseball thinks. So they pick a prospect up. So I go through entire spring training knowing that I probably don't have a job. But their answer in baseball is, well, we'll see what happens. You know, it's really going to be an intriguing situation. It's going to be intriguing because you're going to let me go, and then I'm going to have to drive home with my kids and my wife crying in the back seat because I don't have a job. But you know what happened? They traded me to the Astros. Does anybody know where the Astros play? James, you have all the answers. I keep watching you. Go ahead. Texas. Anything more specific? You're going to have to come up for your chocolate. Sorry. More specific. Do you want it? You don't want to walk up there? Let me see what I can do. I didn't warm up. Oh, man. It was just chocolate. If it hits you, I heard that squeal, okay? So it's just chocolate. Did you get it? Did you get your chocolate? Okay. Do you know what city it is? Nope, that's it. Just Houston. We play in a lot of other cities. But I spent 6 whole weeks there. We're running low on time, and I don't want you guys to miss your next class. I know you're excited about it. So I went to Houston. Where did I go next? No, I see a hand. Yeah, the Pirates. That was an easy one, right? This is never going to make it. Holy cow. Whoever got that, you get that one. Help my guy out there, Joe. Thank you. Appreciate it. Back to the Pirates. You know what was cool? As a player, you want to hit, if you know baseball, not everybody knows baseball, you want to hit 300. 300 is like the number. Got a chance of making the Hall of Fame. You have a great year, you hit 300, you're coming back. Maybe in high school you hit like 700 or something like that, but in the big leagues you hit 300. That year I played for 3 teams. I actually technically played for 5 teams, but 2 in the big leagues. Of the 3 teams, I hit 300. Isn't that incredible? Yeah, good me, right? I hit 100 for the Astros, I hit 100 for the Pirates, and I hit 100 in AAA for the Blue Jays. Put them together, that's 300. For people who don't know baseball, that is not good. Ask somebody that you know, okay? So, I had my worst year of my career. So it should have been, my next jersey should have been like a suit and tie like Justin has, like Mr. King has on, I'm sorry. Like Mr. King has on. But I was very fortunate. I got picked up in spring training by the Cleveland Indians. So you're like, why do you have a Yankees uniform on? Well, I made the all-star team in AAA with the Cleveland Indians. And you know what they did? They said, good job. I said, all right, well, I'm not going because I'm going on vacation. So I didn't go to the all-star game. I spent time with my family, which was a great choice. At the end of the season, holy cow, I got to speed it up. All right, here we go. What happened? I got traded to the Yankees. The exact same day, I got called into the office. They told me before the game, they said, you're not going to the big leagues. So I had maybe one of my best AAA years, and I wasn't going to the big leagues. I was pretty bummed. After the game, they called me back in, and they said, we're going to trade you to the Yankees. So the Yankees really love me, right? Went to the playoffs with the Yankees. Yankees brought me back, and they didn't call me up the next year. You know who did call me up? This team. What does it say? Brewers, right? Who knows what city that's in? Gabriel? Milwaukee. I saw a lot more hands. You guys like chocolate. Either that or you're watching the playoffs. To make it a long story short, I could have spent the entire rest of the day talking about all the amazing times that the Lord has given me playing baseball. It's a talent that he's given me, and I'm not going to waste it. I might not make it down these steps. I might break my ankle walking down these steps. But you know what? I know that everything before I break my ankle walking down these steps, I've put everything I have into it. So I'd love for you guys, not knowing what tomorrow holds, not knowing what crappy situation you're in, not knowing what awesome situation you're in. You know, I know one basketball player in here, I saw his mug on the front page of the sports section. You know, he's heat. Hatter was heat. He was dropping 30 points on dudes. He's riding high, right? Nobody knows what's going on with him. He's probably trying to figure out where he's going to college. He's trying to figure out what's going on at home. He's trying to figure out what's going on in his drive to school. Everybody has something different. And if you look up to the person next to you, they're just human. They're going through the same things. If you look to the Lord, they're going to push you. He's going to push you in a direction that he has you with the talents that he has you. And I hope that for everybody, no matter what you're doing, no matter if everything's going super peachy keen and I don't need that today, it's okay. That's where you're at. But one day you'll realize that everything great is from him, and that is the direction that your life will go, and it will never end. It will never end. For the last chocolate, Mr. King long tossed with me, but he also said, and this has to be, I got to figure out who I'm going to choose when the hand goes up. No, you're all out. I have a kindergartner in this school. What is her name? You have? Oh, she's a good listener. She probably doesn't. Do you know much about baseball? Do you like chocolate? Okay, good. So she was listening. All right, thank you guys very much. You guys are all dismissed.